Hey, good afternoon to you. It's Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. Hope you're having a great day today. I got a big update for the south and the southeast, guys, as far as how much snow, how much ice it looks like you're going to be getting. We are getting closer, and I'm talking within just 5 days. And we also have the big storm that's going all across the north, from the northwest to the northeast. I will be updating that video in the morning, guys. This video is just for the south and the southeast as well. Now, let me go through everything I have for you. I do have a lot of temperatures and everything that you need to know as far as what's going to happen as far as the impacts and timing. So if you've never been here before, hey, my name's Mark. How you doing? Hit that subscribe button. I do upload every single day. I do do an update every single afternoon, and my update videos are shorter. Maybe not this one. But I'm going to do the best I can to make it as short as I can, but I do have to deliver y'all this information. And before the sun goes down, here's a beautiful shot of the system leaving the northeast. That thing got powerful. And it's just going to get stronger as it goes. Now, there's a couple extra things I'm going to put in the video I don't normally put, and it's for your own good, guys, because there's going to be a lot of outcomes I'm showing that will come out of this storm, and you may need them. This is poweroutage.us. Link is in the description of all my videos if you ever need it. One thing this helps out with is not only does it tell you who has power outages, it tells you what county, what area, who is working on it. It gets updated every 10 minutes. That way, if you know somebody's next to you and they're getting power on, you know that you might be next as well. And also for Mexico, within the next 10 days, and I'm with the patterns that I show you what we're about to have, this may actually come to fruition. I know some 10 days forecasts are very wishy-washy, but this is literally going to start in 5 days. But I'm showing that northern Mexico can get snowfall. It can get all the way to Monterey. We do have some subscribers in Monterey, guys. And you can get up to 1 inch in Monterey. You can get up to Madeira. You can get up to 8 inches in Madeira, 20 centimeters, 8 plus. And on the northeast of Mexico, on the edge of Texas, you can get up to 10 inches of snowfall. Well, 10 centimeters. That's 5 inches. Now, just in the next 72 hours, you can see the total precipitation that's going to be going all across. I mean, you see it for the rest of the country, but for the south and southeast, y'all going to be having a lot of moisture, a lot of precipitation from all these dew points that y'all know I always talk about. And in 5 days, that's actually going to get really heavy. So before I get started, on the very top, I have the snowfall run. It is hourly, so you can see what's going on. It does show the whole country, but you can see the total snowfall. And for everybody else that's above the south and southeast, I will be handling y'all in the morning. And right above my head, the lower one is showing the snowfall for Texas. And this starts literally in about 6 to 7 days for y'all. And it's going to be around for a few days, at least 3 days. It's going to melt first in the south of Texas, but central to north Texas, y'all going to have y'all snowfall the longest. And the 7th day outlook, you're going to have all this cold air coming down, and you're going to have heavy precipitation over 3 and 3.5 inches in some spots for the southeast. Now, this moisture is actually going to play a big part of what's going to happen. And if you see, according to National Weather Service, that the seasonal outlook is well below average temperatures, especially for the Midwest. But you can see the dip that's going to go well beyond Texas, and it's going to go into Mexico. And I'm going to show that to you. In fact, from the 8 to 14 days, it's still going to stay well below average temperatures for the south, especially towards Texas, because this is where the dip is going to happen in the jet stream. But central U.S., you're going to stay cold as well, because this system is going to fly to the northeast, causing all that heavy snowfall for you. But I am showing after this one good last freezing dip that the temperatures will get well above average and we'll get back to normal, guys, just 1 month away. Literally, I believe either after this system, we might have one more. Now, this is your EPO. This is your Eastern Pacific Oscillation. This lets you know what's going on with the jet stream. You got your NAO and your EPO. The EPO lets you know what's going on in the western half of the U.S. The NAO lets you know what's going on in the right half of that jet stream. So if you got around the 11th, you can see a real good dip all the way to a -2. And right now we're right around a -1 for the 6th and 7th. This is where it goes to a little bit of a positive. That's where the jet stream with a high ridge. Well, it's going to lower down to a -2 around the 10th and 11th, and it's going to be a nice -2 where it's going to lower on down. And what that's going to do is allow all this cold temperature to come down and rod that jet stream down, way down, and then it's going to do a quick from the 12th to the 13th just by the 15th, within a couple of days, it's going to go from a -2, almost a -2, a -1.5, this is according to Euro, all the way to a positive 2.5 to 3. And that's going to be an extreme dip down and then back up to a higher ridge. And when you do something like that, the right side is going to go down. It's got to compensate for the movement. And the Arctic Oscillation, the AO, is confirming that it's going to keep going down. It's going to keep going down all the way until the 11th, in between the 10th and the 12th with this cold air. And it's going to go all the way down to a -5, almost a -6. Matter of fact, it is on a -6. And that is far down, guys. That's right at the edge of lower Texas, according to the map of the U.S. And when you look at the NAO from the Euro, I'm going to show you other models as well, just so we can compare to show you that this is trending. This is going all over the maps, guys. Anywhere from 7 to the 10th, you're going to have a good dip. That means a good trough in the system. And then it's going to go to a higher ridge later on the 15th. So right after this system comes down and rides far down on the EPO, and it comes across our country, it's going to go to a deep trough right over Texas, a little bit to the left of Texas by New Mexico, but it's going to have a deep trough, and then it's going to go on a high ridge after that. So it's going to go right towards the northeast after it hits the south. Now, the GFS is also confirming that somewhere around the 10th to the 12th, there's going to be a deep -2 in our axis of our EPO, the Eastern Pacific Oscillation. And that means that the jet stream on the west side of the country is going to be lowered down. It's not going to be the big high ridge. It's going to be lowered down. That's going to allow the high pressure to come down with all the Arctic air and get into our jet stream. And again, it goes straight up quickly on the 13th, and by the 16th, it's already into the positive, where it's just doing a quick jerk up, and that's going to make everything bulge down and drag across. And the AO, according to the GFS, is confirming that there is going to be a deep, deep -6 phase, and that is well below Texas. That's part of Mexico. That's why Mexico, I do show that northern Mexico will have a chance for some snowfall. As far as the amounts, everything will change. We all know this, guys, but there is opportunity. The atmosphere is changing, and this is a new weather pattern. But you can see after that, the Arctic Oscillation, the Arctic air gets out of here, guys. I really believe after this one good dip, we're going to be going towards spring. Now, if you look at the EPS, the Ensemble Prediction System, this is the one that Euro has made to help out with their longer range forecasting. They use different vectors as far as, they use long range models as far as the INCEP, National Centers for Environmental Protection. Now, they use that, and they mix that weather model. They mix that weather model with climate timescales, and together they get a little average of what can happen long range. And the EPS is showing that we're going to have a very big Arctic Oscillation dip well below 5. If you remember the other day, I showed you how 5 was literally on the edge of Texas and 6 was off the charts. And it looks like it's still heading that way. Matter of fact, it looks like it's going a little deeper. We just can't see. It's off the charts. Well, once again, it does get out of here after this next dip of cold air. So south looks like y'all will be getting pretty much the last of these snowstorms. And then it goes into a positive phase. No more of this Arctic cold air. It will be gone, guys. Now, literally on the 10th, this is pretty much when this is all going to start, guys. You can see the height anomaly here right over Canada. This is the one that's going to come on down, that second dip I told y'all about. And you can see it kind of squeezing out here off the west coast on the 10th. And this little area is going to be causing our little deep ridge, our deep trough and our high ridge. And it's going to swing across kind of like a baseball bat. And if you look at the 300 millibar height, you can see our jet stream. On the 14th is where it does that where the EPO goes right back to that positive phase real quick. And when it goes quick like that, it's going to make a bend in the jet stream, and it's going to cause a deep trough that I was showing also in the NAO. And this is what's going to drag across, and it's got that cold air with it. And this is, if you look good, this is the 500 millibar height. This is this is our pressure system that's going to move into the south and southeast, and this is what's going to be bringing that cold air with it. Now, if you look at our jet stream again on the 15th, on the following Monday, you can see that it has moved over, and this is what's moving across the south. And it's not going to straighten all the way up to around the 16th, and then it's going to head to the northeast. But it did his buckle, then went to his positive phase on the EPO, and now it's carrying all this to the east. And here's the same shot with velocity. You can see the system moving right over Texas. I mean, it's going right over you. Now I'm going to bring it back a little bit all the way to this Friday on the 12th. It's only a few more days away. What is it? 4 days. 4 days away, guys. And you can already see the cold air coming into Texas already. And I'm going to show you how all this temperatures here, if you look on the bottom, you see the ledger, is in between negative 30 and negative 40 degrees. All this is going to be all over here. Now, it's still Friday the 12th. It's just literally 12 hours later. This is in the afternoon. And you can see the cold air, the Arctic air, is already moving into Texas. All you need is a precipitation. And that's coming. Now, by Saturday on the 13th, all this cold air is still going to be in the south. I mean, everybody else, you have cold air, yes. But you got to understand, this is just for the south and southeast. It's very rare they get snow. And this is going to be a good system for them, minus the problems. And by Saturday night, all this cold air has done moved all over the central U.S. and very far south into North Mexico. I mean, Monterey is right here, and y'all literally going to feel these temperatures. Literally by Saturday 13th, same shot, guys. Now, this is not your actual ground temperatures, okay? This is the temperatures that you're going to be having up there. I've just brought them down so you can see exactly where this area is going to affect. So way up above, guys, you're going to have negative 40 and 50 degrees temperatures right above you. And it's going to stay around for a while. This is Sunday the 14th. You still have the negative 40 and 50 degree temperatures all across the central U.S. But again, it's in the south. It's deep in the south. And right here in this purple right here, you have negative 20 to negative 30 degree temperatures. But this right here, all this brightness, this is negative 40 to negative 50, mostly negative 50. Now, by Sunday late in the afternoon, all these very cold temperatures are going to be moving east and southeast. So now Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and portions of Georgia is going to get in on these cold temperatures. And it's going to be around for a minute, guys. Now we caught back up. Now you understand where the temperatures are coming from. Now we're back on Monday the 15th. And you can see the cold temperatures are still camping out. They're going to be down there for a little bit. But it will leave quickly, just as quick as it came in. Now on Monday the 15th, your temperatures 2 meters from the ground. This is the actual temperatures that you will see. Above you will be 50 degrees below zero when this system moves over. And now it makes your ground -1 in central Texas. Now I showed that a few days ago, and now it shows us it is starting to come true. You're going to go all the way to being at 20s in Georgia. You're going to even be in the high 20s to low 30s in North South Carolina. Try and say that. Even reaching into Mexico, it's going to be 30 degrees, 20 degrees. Some spots even 3 degrees, 4 degrees. It's going to be cold everywhere when this happens. And the wind chills are just making it worse. Now it's in the teens for negative temperatures. And now with the wind chill, Texas is going to be under negative 17, 18 degrees. Guys, you're going to get frostbite in about 10 to 15 minutes in that temperature. And on Tuesday, the 16th, guys, you can see how it's still carrying over. And now it's getting a jet stream over Louisiana, Mississippi, portions of Alabama. Now, this could create some winds. But at the same time, it has that cold Arctic air still inside this bubble. And it's going to make a lot of ice and a lot of snow for everybody. But mostly it's going to be for the ice for the second part. Texas is pretty much the only ones as far as the south goes. Maybe portions of northern Louisiana, northern Mississippi will see snow. The rest of y'all is going to be under ice. And I will update this. You know I will. And your ground temperatures for Tuesday is still going to be the same. It's still going to be freezing cold over the south and southeast. And all you need now is precipitation. Now, as we get into Monday on the 15th, I know y'all see the snowfall here. Once again, that will be in the morning. You can see that snowfall starts to come in for Texas and New Mexico. You're starting to get that south snowfall going on. And when you get to Monday around noontime, you're getting a little bit heavier snowfall for northern Texas. And by the late night on the 15th, this is the snowfall that Texas is going to get, with some heavy spots in the northern panhandle and the northeast. Also for southwest Texas, you do have a chance for snow as well. But you can see the snow coming down for Mexico as well. It's going deep south. The last shot I'm going to show you, because I don't want to go super, super far, but is on Tuesday, on the morning of the 16th. Right after that, you're going to get more snowfall for northeast Texas. Now, this is according to the GTPS. This is the Canadian model. I'm going to show you this is trending in other models. This is the Euro model. The Euro is also picking up heavy snowfall. It's also picking up very heavy snowfall, anywhere from 6 to over a foot for northern and northwestern Texas. But it's showing snow is coming. Matter of fact, Euro is showing that it's going to be even further south with the snow for Texas. The Euro is even showing that on the 18th, a couple of days later, but it's just showing that the system just sits there and gives precipitation, and you get even more snowfall. And now it's going to be for more of Texas, and it's going to go all the way to San Antonio, going to be seeing some snow out of this. Northern to northwest Louisiana. Baton Rouge has a chance to see snow out of this. Arkansas is covered. Now, the GFS shows that when this goes boom, I'll show you, when this leaves Texas, it's going to hit the northeast hard. So, because it has a high ridge on the NAO. So, it's going to pull that system way up high to the northeast, and it's going to drop a lot of precipitation on the freezing temperatures. Also, it's showing heavy snowfall for the north of Texas at that rate. It's showing that it's not going to be too big of a dip. It's not going to go all the way down, even though more models have showed that it would than it wouldn't. But GFS is a long-range model. Impacts has always been off as far as GFS, but their long-range modeling has been correct many a times during hurricane season. And I would kind of agree with it normally, because usually Euro does overshoot things as far as impacts. But as far as information I have as far as what's going to happen with the jet stream and the Arctic temperatures that's coming with it, and then it's going to all move east all the way until the 16th, plus other models, even a Canadian model, is showing that it's going to get snow all the way into northern Mexico. So I kind of believe that GFS is a little on the light side, but this could be what the possibility is, guys. Now, of course, this is going to take some updating. I do want to get this into a perfection so everybody knows exactly what they're going to get, when they're going to get it, as long as with the maybe possibilities that will be happening. Now, literally within 5 days, according to the Canadian model, you do see that all this is ice. All this is freezing rain and ice. It's going to be so cold. It's going to be negative 40 to 50 up above. It's going to be negative teens, with wind chill, negative 20s to negative teens on the ground, 2 meters from the ground. So all this ice is going to be very dangerous. I can see a lot of power outages. Now you can see why. I left you the link in the beginning of the video. The GFS is also showing that in 5 days, you're going to start getting some ice buildup, not only for Arkansas and Oklahoma going into the mid-Atlantic, but for the South, for the deep South. Louisiana and Mississippi is going to be getting some ice accumulation starting in 5 days. Even Texas, I mean, it's on every system is showing that this will happen starting in 4.5 to 5 days. Now, literally from 7 to 8 days, the Canadian model shows that you're going to be having heavy ice, guys. So if you're going to get snow right here over Texas, not only are you going to have snow, you're going to have snow and ice. So one's going to be on top of the other. So it's going to be very dangerous because there's going to be a lot of power outages, a lot of trees, limbs breaking off, causing problems, guys. And dangerous roads. Do not go on the roads. But it's going all the way to ice in northern Mexico. San Antonio, you're in ice. The whole state of Texas is going to be either ice or snow. And look at Louisiana. You're the hottest spot for the ice. And with these measurements, it's anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch or more, guys. And it will stretch across Alabama, portions of Georgia, all over Tennessee. I will update this. Even when you get the 7th to 8th day out, even the Euro is confirming that there will be some kind of ice buildup in lower Texas, not to mention this big line. The GFS is even agreeing that there's going to be a lot of ice going into the deep south 7 to 8 days from now. So this is really going to sit there and build up, guys, for about 3 days. And you can see it. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, northwest Georgia is showing on every map, but it's only showing northwest. Now, I know everybody else sees their ice everywhere, but I was just talking about the southeast and the deep south. Y'all going to get a lot of ice. And when you look at the possibility, because I say possibility, we all know whenever you look anywhere from a 7 to a 10-day outlook, there's a lot of things that can happen, but there's a lot of things that can't. So you really take it with a grain of salt, guys. That's why I say so much. I will update this. Well, 10 days from the Canadian model, this is an ice accumulation that could happen for the deep south. And it is going to be a lot of heavy amounts, and it's going to be around for a few days. Euro is even showing that the 8 to 10 days out that you got the ice buildup still coming for northern Louisiana and southeast Texas. I mean, not to mention the big bulge of ice that's going to be in the mid-Atlantic from this storm going to the northeast after this. Every model is showing that this is going to happen. This is going to come into fruition, guys. And the last shot of ice I have for you is the GFS once again confirming that 9 to 10 days that South Texas, even portions of northern Mexico, even South Carolina is going to be seeing ice. Louisiana, Mississippi. This is going to happen. Everybody is seeing this. And then so far, that's what I got for you guys. Now, you know I will update this. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be updating the rest of the country with what they're having, because theirs is going to be coming first, except for the Northeast. They are going to be part of this southern storm. But I will update you again. So hit that like button for me. Let me know that you do want updates on this video. And believe me, I will make it happen. And please, if you never shared a video before, this one is so important. This literally happens once every 10 years for the South to get snow. But now with this Arctic air and negative 50-degree temperatures way up above and negative teens on the ground, this is even longer. It's probably been like 5 or 10 years, maybe longer, since we've had temperatures down south. So please help me alert people. We need to let them know about this system that is coming. We need to let them know that they need to stock up. They need to get some batteries, some candles. They got to make sure they have everything in order. So please, if you do use social media, please share this video. Help show me some support and help me alert others. I'm trying the best I can, but I can't do it without you. And while you're there, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link in the description. And as you all know, I'm not going to let you go without preaching the word of God to you, because in my opinion, that's the best part of this channel. It is the only thing that matters. When it comes to it and you come to Judgment Day and you start getting your mindset as far as Judgment Day, none of this matters. None of it. So the only thing that does matter is that we show glory to our God. We ask for mercy, guidance, and help. So God bless you all. Hope y'all continue to have a very, very blessed night, from my family to yours. Psalm 20. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven, from the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. Let the King hear us when we call. Amen. Hope you all have a great night tonight. I do appreciate y'all for supporting my channel and watching my videos, and I hope it really, really does help. I really do care. God bless you all. All glory does go to God. Amen.